What's up, brilliant business owner? Welcome to today's Authentic Selling TV, the place to learn how to get paid to do the work you love. It's just that simple. Today, we're talking about the messy middle. What is the messy middle? It's that place in business or life when you don't know what the flip to do. Anybody ever been there? Yes. Y'all give me crickets. Insert cricket noise. Don't y'all give me crickets. I know everybody gets stuck in the messy middle. In business, that can look like a launch didn't go the way it was supposed to go, or you hired a contractor and it didn't work out the way that you thought it would work out. In the beginning, the messy middle can be I'm doing all the things and not seeing results, not getting clients. And so the first thing that is important to acknowledge is everybody goes through the messy middle, and at no stage of business are you immune from the messy middle. I used to think that when I got to a certain level, I think first it was replacing my pharmaceutical sales income, that, there wouldn't be this messiness. And I was really ignorant about what it took to run a business. But I thought we would get to a certain level financially and the messy middle would sort of work its way out. And in some ways it does, but, new level, new devil kind of thing. So what do you do? Well, in 10 years, I've done a lot of wrong things. I've cried. I have thrown money at the problem. That's my go-to. I can't do it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. Let's fix it. I was saying to my husband last night, I wish so much that I don't like to talk about regrets. I don't want to go back and live my life over, but I do wish that I had started this business with the knowledge I have now, 10 years in, because I would have not thrown money at problems that didn't need money thrown at them. So I think that the way to identify if you're in the messy middle, actually, you probably don't need help with that. Everything feels hard. You don't know what to do, regardless of the reason. So what's step one of working through the messy middle? The first thing is isolate the problem you're trying to solve. So I say to people all the time, what problem are we trying to solve here? Meaning, my launch didn't go as planned. I want to rewrite my sales page. I want to redo the Facebook ads. I want to learn how to do sales calls. I want to learn how to follow up. I want to learn that's too much to change at one time. You're not going to know what worked and what didn't. So isolate the problem. If your launch didn't go as planned, pinpoint where you think the conversions fell off. Was it awkward when you were having sales conversations? Did people look at the data? Did people not open your emails? Did they not click? And figure out how to correct one or two of those things. So isolate the problem you're trying to solve. I'll give you another example. We were talking over on Friday with a friend, and we were talking about how to create urgency for an evergreen product. And I said, okay, great. That sounds like that's the problem we're trying to solve, right? But it's really not, because if you look at the entire sales process, we're getting through the sales page. We're getting people to click. We're getting people to reach out for questions and schedule a sales call. But at that point, they're not converting. So the big goal may be how to create urgency with an evergreen launch. But if you drill down, the problem you actually need to solve once you isolate it is our sales calls aren't converting. So the big problem is step one, right? And then you drill down. What problem am I trying to solve? And you look at the entire process. Again, in this example, did we need to rewrite the sales page? Do we need to rewrite the emails? Did we need to, whatever? But all those things seem to be working because traffic was actually scheduling consult calls. The consult calls weren't converting. So now we know we need to go into the sales calls and create urgency within the sales calls without being icky, sleazy, slimy, gross. So isolate the problem. What problem are you trying to solve? And it is usually not what you think it is. Like when you drill down and get super specific, it's usually not what you think it is. Step two, talk it out with someone, with a coach, with a friend, with somebody. So last year in 2020, y'all have heard me share about the trouble, the complete breakdown I had when we opened enrollment to Authentic Selling University during the pandemic. And I was faced with all the questions. Should we continue? Should we not continue? Is it unethical to continue? All the questions. And I didn't know how to continue. It was really a sort of get down on the floor and cry moment for me. Because I wanted to do, not because, oh, woe is me, but I wanted to do the right thing. I didn't know what the right thing was. And I didn't have the bandwidth to make the decision. So one of the things that Jenny Shee, one of my dear friends, said to me was, do you want to hop on the phone and talk it out? I was like, I don't even know how to talk it out. I don't even know what question. I don't even know what questions to ask. I don't even know how to talk it out. And Jenny said, that's okay. Let's just get on and talk. And so I'm a verbal processor. So I literally talked. And it became clear what problem I needed to solve. We eventually isolated the question or the problem we were trying to get an answer to. And then I was able to make a decision. But from the 30,000 foot overview, it was just too messy. It was too big. So step one is isolate the problem. What problem are you trying to solve? What question do you need an answer to? Step two is talk it out. And step two could come before step one if you don't know what problem you're trying to solve. I can tell you that if you are stuck in the messy middle, you will not be able to think your way out of it. You need assistance. Whether that's through the help of a contractor, whether that's through talking it out, whether that's through, drilling down and getting super specific about the problem you need to solve, and then asking yourself, how do I solve it? And what help do I need? If you got a problem, I'll solve it. So those are 2 steps for dealing with the messy middle. We're all going to be there. It's not fun. Nobody wants to be there, but as sure as my hair is red, this will help you get out of the messy middle and get to the promised land, whatever that is, faster. One thing we are changing about Authentic Selling TV is every tool that I teach. I tried to avoid absolute. So let's say nearly every tool I teach has 2 things in common. Number one, we start with gratitude, which we do that on Authentic Selling TV. Thank you so much for being here. You're in the right place to learn how to get paid to do the work you love to do. But we don't do the second part, which is celebration. Cue the cool in the game. Celebrate good times. Come on. Let's celebrate. So I am going to end each ASTV with a celebration from now on out. And today I celebrate getting out of the messy middle. I also celebrate being in the messy middle because it means you're trying. So I celebrate no matter where you are, the messy middle, but we're not going to stay there long because now we know a couple of things to do. And I celebrate getting out of the messy middle and moving towards the goal, whatever it is that you have planned for your life or your business. I believe in you and I believe in your business.